Hi guys, this is Audra at Rankin Dragon channel, and I'm bringing you a Retro Friday post today called the Dippy Bird, or the Drinking Bird. Any of you guys remember this little guy? I think they're totally cool, and I've been looking for this guy forever, it seems. Anyway, these guys were made in 1945 by Miles Sullivan and George Shackley. They're considered a perpetual motion engine, and what they do is that they dip and they come back up, and they dip and they come back up. And how it works is it has two bulbs here. One is covered in felt for his little head, and then the one at the bottom is not. And it's a difference in temperature differential is what it is, guys. This has a chemical in it called methylene chloride, and whenever this methylene chloride, the temperature up here from the water gets cooler than the bulb at the end, the methylene chloride travels up the tube, up into the head of the bird, and whenever it gets up there and he's top heavy, he's going to take a drink. And then whenever he pops back up, it goes back down in the tube, and it continues over and over. I had been looking for these little dudes forever, ever and ever. I remembered them as a kid. Grandparents had one, and I just thought they were the coolest thing. And we looked everywhere for these. I had gone, when we went on vacation, we looked for them. We'd go to off-the-wall magic shops, novelty shops, science shops, anywhere we could think of. We would always ask for this bird, and half the people did not know what we were talking about, naturally. So I guess a lot of people, as we're getting older and, you know, younger kids have never seen them, so they had no clue, and even some of the older people hadn't seen them before. But they just use basic chemistry and physics, and they're awesome. So let me tell you the story of how I found this guy. Okay, I'd gone everywhere, you know, like I said, looking for him, couldn't find him, and I did find online. There was one from overseas, in an area where I could get them, you know, sent in. But you never know, you know, do you want to send your information out to some unknown website, you know, it's not very popular. So I held off, you know, thinking, okay, one of these days this guy is going to be mine. I will find my Dippy Bird. I just know it. I feel it in my heart. There's a little birdie out there for me. So anyway, we were, the in-laws called us and said they were having a yard sale, and to come over one night and look at the stuff before it goes out to the public. So, you know, we're in the garage looking at all this stuff, and they've got a little bit of everything, you know, your normal knickknacks, glasses, and, you know, luggage, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, my husband spies it. He's over by it, and he says, "Oh, here's that bird." And I was like, I turned around and I was like, "Oh my God." And then I was like, "Score! Yes, that's the Dippy Bird." And then my husband, you know, big guy, honking bald man the size of King Kong, picks up the little bird, and guess what happens? He broke the legs off. And you know what happens next? I killed him dead right there. Worst crime scene you've ever seen. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't kill my husband. He lived for another day to break something else. But anyway, this guy right here, thank God for red colored duct tape, because we just put his little feet back on and he still works. Woohoo! And so, you know, big guy, itty bitty bird, little birdie never had a chance. Anyway, so this is the Dippy Bird, and he dips and dips and dips, and he will keep on going. And apparently my father-in-law had him, original one from like 60s, 70s, and he had this one, and he was a bartender for a while, and I'm not sure if he had told me that he kept it on the bar at where he tended bar, or if he just, you know, kept it. I don't think they have a bar at their home, so I'm thinking he did actually in the bar. When he bartended, he would sit this on the bar and let the patrons see it drink. So they're really, really cool. They will continue to do this over and over and over, and I'd love to have, which would never happen. It was hard enough to find him, but you know, I'd love to have a bunch of them just drinking in unison. And I think there are some, you know, different ones out there on YouTube that have, you know, them all lined up, and they're really, really cool to look at. And I'm just excited that we got him. And the way we got him was like fate. He was destined to be mine. And, which makes it even more special. And I was looking for these the other days, guys, and honest to God, Amazon.com carries them now. They carry them for like, I think, they're under 10 bucks. But, I mean, who knew after years and years of search that Amazon was going to carry them. And they're now in all different colors and different colors of fluid. And one thing to note is that methylene chloride, or chloride, I keep saying chlorine, it is methylene chloride. I hope I have said that right. And if not, I'm telling you now, it's methylene chloride. But some of the early models, and this one could be in that, had a highly flammable liquid in it. It was substances that were in there. Now, later versions are okay. They're not flammable. And, I mean, this is okay, too. It's just you don't want to, like, break it over your stove or anything like that. And you don't want to inhale it. You know, if you would happen to break it, it can irritate your skin. It can't really, like, hurt you that much. But, you know, you just want to be careful with things in the past, because a lot of times they did use chemicals that are different than what they're using now. So that's just a side note. And things nowadays in them are safer that they're using. I'm not sure exactly if they've changed the chemical inside, but I do know that I have done research, and they say that the ones nowadays are non-flammable. So, a later version. But anyway, I just think they're so cool, and I love science experiments and things like that, and I could just sit and watch them all day. I think it's just cool, and I like them, you know, I just think they're really, really neat. Something everybody hasn't seen in a while. So, hope everybody enjoys their Dippy Bird, or seeing the Dippy Bird. And this is the little guy. Usually they had little eyes with black dots and different colored hats. But anyway, they're cute as can be. I love them. And I'm glad that I was able to share them with you guys today. So have a good day, and I'll see you next time on Rankin Dragon channel. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Happy Retro Friday.